Hey guys, Paul Chopper here, and today we're looking at a hero which has been very much nerfed since Monolith's release, Dekker, a Griffin Order intellect support that can stun, zone, and overall control the battlefield. We're going to look at her stats, how to play her, and an overview of this hero. As always, subscribing or letting me know what decks and hero guides you want to see is always appreciated. Now for her base stats. Just to note, over time these may change slightly, but my overall opinion will stay the same. If any major changes happen, I will do another guide as soon as possible. To begin with, she sort of scales like a caster does. Health maxes out at 1444, and I do add a bit more onto this. I try and hit around the 2000 mark, but all depends on your build. Dekker isn't a tank support as such. I personally use my card points into more helping my abilities and my team in Teamfight. Cards like Honor the Pure giving you and your allies within a close radius a shield for 3 seconds I more prefer over giving myself health. Mana scales the same as casters, as you get plenty of mana, which I only focus on getting more mana early game. Soaker of Health, which is a great card for this, it adds its mana while giving you and your carry health regen early on, could be a lifesaver. Now let's look at her abilities. Rocket Boots makes you jump in the air and move a bit forward, best to be used over jumping edges to escape death. It used to on Legacy give your teammates a speed boost, but it doesn't anymore. Upgrading it only reduces the cooldown from 16 to 10 seconds. With its nerf, it's pretty much a mere ability now, as you don't leap forward too much compared to say Greystone's leap. Her status bomb is by far her best ability, being her stun. It can bounce on the ground and go quite the length to stun someone. It does have a lengthy stun being 1.9 seconds when fully upgraded, and does do a decent damage also. For me, this is the best stun in the game, not just due to its stun time, but how easy it is to grab people with it from range. The mana cost and cooldown is quite high, however, so use it wisely. A slow bubble is a weird ability. It's a bubble that lasts around 4 to 5 seconds that has quite the movement slow, up to minus 305. This may seem a lot, but in most situations using it to catch up on an opponent doesn't work too well. You can reactivate the ability to do less amount of damage. Dekker is probably one of the worst heroes, if not the worst, for wave clear, as this does so little damage to minions, 81 at level 4, so she definitely will need help clearing lanes. Her ultimate is Containment Fence. When activated, it makes a fence which, when enemies get trapped in, can't get out for the duration, unless they have a certain blink ability or something that can jump them out of it. At level 1 it lasts 3 seconds, and then at level 3 it lasts 5 seconds. With a high mana and cooldown cost, it has to be used with another ult to be effective. It also doesn't cause damage when an enemy hits the side anymore. Plus, with the movement speed being quite high, it is easy to get out of the fence before it fully forms. Now you do have to rely on your teammates to capitalise while the fence is down, so always coordinating them when you're going to use it is worth it. Now for her early game, being in the safe lane with carry, you want to buy those wards, let your carry last hit and hope they're good at it, and make sure the enemy off lane is pushed back so they can't farm. You are a range support after all, so you can poke them quite easily. I wouldn't use your stun unless you need to due to its high mana cost. You want to upgrade your stun the most. Rocket Jump is good for early game in case of escape. Like I said before, having cards that benefit your carry early on are great, Circle of Health being my preferred choice. If you're getting pushed in your lane quite a bit and your carry has to back more often than usual, trying to get that lane in control is very hard with no wave clear. Now when mid game comes around, it depends how your lane is going. If you have destroyed the enemy tower, you are more able to free roam around the map, while the carry carefully farms, meaning you can help gank opponents. A stun is such a big tool for this. Staying still for 2 seconds could mean game over. I normally stay with my carry, but I'm not afraid to wander up the help mid lane or poke the enemy team or try to grab those rubber buffs, etc. If the lane still has the enemy tier 1 tower, it's probably due to their jungler helping to try to take down the farming carry, so you're going to stay in that lane a lot more, keeping your carry safe at all times. I find a nice trick is if an enemy is pushing a friendly tower, is to just have a containment fence it and stun them, hoping the tower does a good enough damage to them. Now I should have more CXP so I can get a few cards, which I like on Dekker. Radiant Mantle basically gives you a small AoE damage based on your hero level. This can help you if you're needed to be in lane more if your carry needs to be elsewhere. I would only use cooldown reduction on supports, especially Dekker with a high cooldown time. A Chromo Spike is good for this. It's quite costly with 5 card points just for the card, but the 10% cooldown is worth it for me. In this heavy crowd control meta, Purify Center has become a big pick, but it has such a high CXP cost being 8, so it's the support's job to get it. It can save you and your team from many abilities, the biggest being Aurora's. Just using it as a slow effect comes on can save your team's life. The last one is what I suggested earlier, being Honor the Pure. It's such a great card. Yes, it's 6 card points, and supports right now don't get much card points at all, but in team fights it can save your team. With teamfights you have to be very careful when using your ult. I would only use it if I know my team was committed to fighting. It can be a very good initiation tool to keep enemies trapped for a few seconds so your team can start melting them. Your slow bubble honestly does so little damage, I would only use it to slow enemies down when they are escaping. Your stun is your biggest, most consistent tool. Using it on the highest damage heroes are the best. Stunning a carry or a caster when they overextend would be a great kill for the team. If you're against a hero that has a big AoE ult such as Gideon or Narbas, keeping your stun for when they ult would be the best. And of course, stopping weak targets from escaping is what the status bomb does best. This with your cards like Honor the Pure can make your team live through those team fights. That's your main goal till the end of the game. It's okay if you die, it's better you die saving your carry or your just general team. You can't split push lanes, you need to have another teammate do that. Keeping visual on you and your enemy team and call out if something is wrong, as you won't be focusing as much on farming, as I said you won't be pushing lanes. So overall, with her nerfs, she still is a very viable hero in the right team comps, if not one of the best supports still. She is one of the most picked at high competitive play. Heroes that can come away off her ultimate like Harry, Gideon or Steel would suit her best. I would put her just behind Steel as the best carry right now. Yes, they have nerfed her, but she is still very viable and very strong in the right team composition. There's nothing more frustrating than wasting your 120-second ult, however, for your team just to stare at it not helping, so make sure to call it out. But anyway guys, thank you very much for listening. Do let me know what you think of this guide and what other videos you want me to make. Comment down below and I'll see you next time.